Meeting one, the classic dual fates between KC's finest. Love that song.
All right. So kind of starting out as you would expect. You know, Game & Watch is always going to be able to just put on percent basically passively throughout a game. He just has such massive and long-lasting hitboxes. It's hard to just not get hit.
And there's the Nair. Meaning a combo, yeah, not too far in percent deficit Deathspade, but is getting ever so closer.
Hey.
Some ledge trapping, yeah. You kind of can't really meet Game & Watch with ABKs like that. Just the maneuverability that Ploopy has with the character, just mastery of it.
Yeah, but we see a lot of these backwards facing jumps coming out from Deathspade now to kind of either stick out that disjointed back air or find an up air, but just sliding right in as Ploopy to take the first stock.
The whiff punish on that, you don't really see a whiff punish for an F smash like that. Like granted, like F smash is a laggy move, but like most of the time you're just gonna see maybe a Chicago punish sometimes, but Ploopy is not a Chicago punisher.
Yeah. All right, we're getting in to it. And oh my gosh, I can't believe that back air barely clipped the ABK, but we get the witch time, which secures a stock in Deathspade's favor.
Yeah, not too far out of reach is Deathspade. Does that down throw fair?
Yeah, I guess
that was a real thing?
Yeah, I guess it just worked out.
Yeah. I mean, Deathspade able to clap back 55%, evening that game back up there, staying one and true with each other step by step.
Oh, immaculate SDI, and Ploopy tries to rob something there, tries to bury Deathspade, but just way too quick on the draw with the Witch Twist. Deathspade has racked up 111%, has a couple of win cons on the board, but Ploopy honestly not afraid to be at these high reds.
And those win cons too, it's like you have to be in such a specific spot, and Ploopy is an excellent player playing around the Deathspade, kind of doing the same thing, but you're going to be meeting your maker, the noggin of Game & Watch, touching the jump, and that is kind of a huge lead so far, and the set is just getting started.
Yeah, that is a head-and-hand stock loss there, because you take the stock from Ploopy at 123, and he eviscerates your stock at like 70 there with that up smash.
But I mean, Bayonetta is just going to meet with the boots again, the back air. Ploopy fighting throughout the corner, getting stage control, overextending, not too huge just yet. Back to neutral. Here's a juggle, but Deathspade's going to stay in shield, and it works out for them right now.
Yeah, gonna get stopped by the back air. Just the back air wall stops any more combo that Deathspade wanted to do there, but good patience. Deathspade has an advantage here. Sweeps the leg and finds an up tilt. This could be it, but no, Jonathan, no true confirm, and can't find the witch time.
Yeah, it seemed like even though he was like 77%, just a little too high percent Ploopy was to get a combo like that. And same thing right there, just a little too high. The SDI and DI could have been a factor with that. But still in the driver's seat, Deathspade nicking to 135%. Kind of dancing his way through. Ploopy has center stage once again.
Yeah, so this is the issue. Now that we're sitting at 135, Ploopy has pretty much simplified Deathspade's game plan. They really can only try to connect something like a jab at the ledge, a back air, or something along those lines to take the stock. So now Ploopy can kind of play with his food and send out stuff like that down smash. Holy.
Wow, yeah, he was just trying to call Deathspade completely and utterly out of the game right now. There's the up smash again, but 1, 2, 3 is all you need.
Yep, that works.
To get a game. Didn't get a game in that winner's set, and now we could be seeing that fire that we've been talking about for Deathspade. Getting back up there could be just meeting the smoke with the wood to get something started on that.
Oh, yeah. We are on the board. And I don't know. This one is obviously going to be a slobber knocker because both players are kind of playing pretty back and forth. Yeah. No clear victor in that game until the final stock dropped.
From what I've kind of looked at, when it comes down to both those players, the set count that they kind of have against each other, when it comes down to it, like most of the time when Ploopy wins, it's either like a 3-1 or a 3-0. Like very rarely you'll see kind of a game 5 that Ploopy wins. If he wins against Deathspade, it is in a more dominant fashion, and that being kind of like the opposite for Deathspade. Deathspade, for the most part, takes Ploopy down to the brink in order to get that set, which shows kind of the prowess that Ploopy has, the strength hold he has had over the region of Kansas City, and the fact that he is a dominant player in moments where it matters.
I mean, hey, he's top 150 for a reason. I mean, Ploopy, he shows his stuff, and not just in this scene, but nationwide.
And on top of that, too, both these players having strong runs at Supernova. Deathspade having a run for 25th, while Ploopy getting 49th. Okay, back air over here, 120%. Trying to get a down air to time correctly, just slightly misses it. But Ploopy, can fair interrupt? No.
I like those. Try to cover all the timings there, but Deathspade just waits it out.
Yeah, kind of just had the perfect amount of iframes for that. Yeah. Claps back, having the first lead at the beginning of this game. We got a donation from Really?
Nice, putting us at a beautiful 420 raise for Children's Mercy. Thank you guys for tuning in, and more thank you for supporting the cause, as all proceeds will go to Children's Mercy. Oh, yeah. Big ups.
Okay, juggle again for Ploopy. Do we see an edge guard kind of stalling a little bit? Yeah, it actually works out for Deathspade right now. Kind of almost lap Ploopy in percent, just 40 more, but Ploopy can get the stock. Tries a bait and option out of shield, but respects it completely, and that is to the ultimate depths. The full stock, 2 stocks lead at that, actually.
Yeah. Okay, a trade, and Deathspade still hangs on.
Yeah, forward throw, okay. Ooh. Hanging on, not by a thread, but still kind of all over the place, 67%. Full rage if you think about it, and we could be going all the way up and over 2-0. Deathspade with a 3-stock exclamation point. This is the complete opposite of what we saw in Winners Finals. But Ploopy still has the opportunity to fight back, has shown that he can fight back. Most of the sets that Deathspade takes against Ploopy are Game 5 heaters. It's very much possible. He has shown that he is a clutch player in moments where it matters.
Yep.
But I believe we're just going to be running it back to small battlefield, if I guess correctly. Yes.
Alrighty, more of the same. This has been the stage we have been locked in on for this set.
He gets that juggle, having both 2 equal interactions to start this game off. When it comes down to it, it is crazy that like Ploopy has to be in the air to kind of just get the nairs and the fairs kind of going on throughout like low and mid percent, but you have to meet Deathspade in a spot like that with ABKs. And that's kind of where it really has come down to, just slightly kind of getting down and dirty with those moves.
Speaking of down and dirty, that ledge trap lasted forever. Just Deathspade could not get back to the stage.
2-frame. Okay, gets the up tilt. Couldn't do it back here. It's down the opposite way. Is that the first time that we have seen an upbeat like that kill?
Yeah, I mean, the numerous amounts of sets these two have had, it has been a while since Deathspade has died like that.
Wow, I am kind of flabbergasted with that, but maybe that's the kind of momentum shit that Ploopy needs right now.
Ooh, okay.
Boot meets the Maker, evening it up just as follows.
Tries to get something going there. The drag down Nair is going to cause a scramble, and Ploopy ends up on top. Just gets his mitts on Deathspade here, and he's trying to rack up percent.
And it's crazy because in that winner's set, the scrambles were definitely like favoring Ploopy, and now we're kind of seeing the other end of the stick with Deathspade just being there for a lot of those scrambles. It's like one end of the coin. It's like if winners was heads, Grands is looking like it's tails right now, but couldn't get the confirm off that, kind of just lets him reset.
I mean, yeah, doesn't want to risk it once again. Oh my goodness, barely the bullet art saved Deathspade in that scenario as the fishing bowl, or the up smash, was charged up.
But dancing around, kind of going all the way through every sort of momentum shift with aerials, ABKs.
Wow.
Ploopy still staying grounded and solid. Do we see a new sign of life for him? Try to 2-frame the down smash, not successful, but still looking very great for him right now.
Okay, yeah. Like, just staggers the timing on his roll get up there, saves his life, but can only stay in it for so long as that witch time draws it out, and Deathspade's able to secure a stock.
And this could be the set.
Nope.
Winner's side, no more potentially. Ploopy looking like he could be on his last leg. It is still very much possible, but Deathspade just getting more and more solid, finding these confirms, finding these hits that lead into confirms.
Okay, a solid grab from Ploopy. We all know that this is winnable on his side, but obviously Deathspade is going to make this very hard for the kid.
And I mean, like, you might as well have to. Like, you went down 3-0 in the set and you're in the losers for the exact same reason. Like, if he's about to get fresh life, you might as well make it hard. Ploopy is almost completing the comeback if he gets it. DIs correctly. 3 stocks to 1 initially, but we are at a nearly even game if you look at it through a certain lens.
Okay, big finish on that side B. I feel like one more of those will steal it. This could be it.
That could be it from center stage.
No.
Barely not. But opens the guns bucket. Gonna say otherwise. Oh! Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
The set for Deathspade is a 3-0 clapback. And we have a reset. What?
Yeah, we're here. We're here. But that was worth it. You know, the judgment, if that was a 9, that was the game. So I agree with the decision-making there from Ploopy. Because the other option was just like to continue advantage against Bayonetta, who's so slippery anyways. So.
And I mean, we're just getting right back into 5. Like, my gosh, right?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Feels like doesn't get whiff punished. A lot of the time we have seen that. But, okay, this could be bad. Kind of misinputs that. But saves him.
Oh.
I lied. He did not. Okay.
Yeah, we still have enough resources, though. It is scary, though. That was scary.
Just boogieing downside on the right side of the stage.
Oh.
Going all the way up and over. But it just gets out of it. Don't know if he dropped the combo of the multi-hit. Just didn't multi-hit at that point.
Obviously, Ploopy fighting for his life on every single one of these multi-hits with that SDI.
And that damage is just multiplying. The more and more we see it, the up B out of shield, the tried and true for Game & Watch, but the back air, yeah, just forcing himself off of ledge in an offensive fashion.
I'm sure that's the last thing that he was expecting to show up there. And it shows because now Deathspade in a very solid lead.
No kidding, and we got 45, now 62. This is that fire that we were kind of talking about going into that winners finals initially. To see more and more out of Deathspade. And almost lapping him in percent. Ploopy extending it. The get-up attack, meeting the fair. Meeting the offense with another offense.
Yeah, I mean, Ploopy just seems not lost because obviously his game plan is still there. It is still happening. But, you know, he's not fighting the kills too easily. And Deathspade is playing really well on the defensive end to just make Ploopy's life very hard when it comes to finding the stock.
For the most part, like, they kind of play step in step with each other unless it's one of those where it just becomes a dominant game. Like, we have seen the 3 stocks, we have seen the 2 stocks. When it comes down to it, they can play step by step, but sometimes one foot trips over the other. And we're going to be seeing not a kill just yet. No, he's at 165, a little bit over full rage. That wasn't going to do anything there, but it would have left a bruise on Bayonetta.
Yeah, with full rage and a little bit of charge, I think that up smash would have just took it, but Ploopy just hangs on a little too tight to the charge.
There's a dash attack. Don't see that move very often from Bayonetta, but Deathspade throwing out everything they can wants to take this tournament.
Oh, big snag there from Ploopy. Sending out the bombs. Trying to box out Deathspade here, but they just find their in. And you know that is just going to be a lot of percent if not your stock.
Yeah, the boxing's not really working out. Like, I credit Ploopy for being able to get in through the mid-range. He gets in with that down smash, but hasn't really felt the need to kind of stay outside that mid-range. Instead, just getting in, getting dirty. Here's the nair, getting out just a little briefly, not taking as much damage as they could. That's good on Deathspade, but you're still having to deal with Game & Watch advantage. This could be it.
Yep.
Wow.
A beautiful serve up, and Deathspade continuing 4 games straight against Ploopy here. No answer back so far.
Yeah. And Deathspade, that fire may be back. Won't be finalized until the tournament is complete, but it's looking great. And everything that they have showcased, again, like I kind of just mentioned, like you have to be as solid as you can be in order to combat like Bayonetta, specifically like aerial approaches. Like Deathspade specifically is kind of throwing out like a mix of aerial, a mix of like kind of rushing in, like running, grab. So I feel like Ploopy may just have to slow some things down. It's just kind of throwing all that fire to Deathspade, which works in spots like these, but when it comes down to like kind of the mid-percent, Game & Watch struggles a little bit more. But not struggling just yet, 80%. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, we're flying with, we still have the resources, but man, that is a crazy start to this game. We may be seeing a different Ploopy if he's able to keep this up.
And it's possible. There's the up smash. Yeah, you kind of have to respect that out of shield, but instead just kind of resets the situation. Deathspade's able to get out of it and get actually some bang for his buck.
Okay, big parry, but yeah, the forward air 3 actually pretty safe on the parry there.
Yeah, gets through with the ABK. There's the up tilt. Yeah, no, not back here just yet. A little too low percent for that.
Yeah, might as well just keep it fresh, you know?
Yeah. Reading the roll with a forward tilt, not doing the stock just yet, but almost there. And this is what I'm kind of talking about. He's slowing the game down a little bit more.
Yep.
Ooh, whisk grab. Ooh, you have to be in a tough spot like that. Shield poke, not doing the job just yet. We're going to just stall a little bit more.
Yeah, literally sized him up for that. But unfortunately, the witch time didn't have enough timer on it, so Ploopy gets away and lives to fight another day.
And just keeping that solid neutral.
There's Nair.
Just general Nair, 193%. Doesn't even have to go all the way out onto the top for that. There's a back air. Yep, Deathspade still staying strong. Woo. Yeah, Bats Within gets out. There's a downer. Yeah, I kind of just go through. It is very deceptive whenever I see that happen.
Yeah, it is a powerful move. Ploopy, yeah, just standing at range here, standing out of Bayonetta's immediate burst, and gonna really just make this hard for Deathspade.
Yeah, just no longer chasing them down, which is, I feel like, exactly what Ploopy kind of needed in this spot in order to get the momentum shift, and it is looking very good for him right now.
Woo! Okay, once again, just barely grazed by the up smash. Deathspade has been avoiding those beautifully so far, but it's only a matter of time.
But there's the back air, meeting it, 81%. Ploopy still in the driver's seat of advantage, as I like to say. Some bacon to set up, trying to cook, but somewhat spoiled. Still salvages something from it. That's Within.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't really see a whole lot out of like the fair shield poke.
Yeah. But that one was a solid. Oh,
this
dive kick starter, but very huge SDI. I heard Ploopy lock in for that one because when you get hit by that dive kick, that's when critical alarm should go off.
Yeah, it's just like danger, danger, please let me out.
Oh!
But the back air is actually going to take it there. Wow.
I'm just so accustomed to both players living well past 100 that I was not expecting that one to KO.
Yeah, it kind of just catches you by surprise whenever they're playing solid enough neutral to where it doesn't matter. That
Wait,
stock?
wait.
No.
No,
Okay, that was a jump scare and a half. Wow. Kind of saw something earlier in the bracket with that, but somehow Ploopy ends up unscathed. Getting some sort of juggle. Okay, 27. Not at a rage just yet, but I mean, there's a couple more interactions to actually tie this one up.
Okay. Wow, okay, so Ploopy just gonna get his guaranteed damage, basically.
Oh, he waits, but he doesn't actually end up getting the grab. It's basically whiffs.
Yeah, it's weird. So I think there's like some invincibility on the Witch Time activation. It's just kind of natural with all counters. So it made that first grab whiff, but luckily there's enough in lag that he could just grab again and secure it that way.
But Deathspade having some interactions work out in his favor. Stuck in the corner. Okay, yeah, F-tilt not going to shield poke, but you have to get away from the Game & Watch. The Game & Watch is a flashing bubble.
Oh, yeah. That was, if I have ever seen anything, trying to condition some panic option out of Ploopy there, but just doesn't find it. And now Ploopy gets to continue to play the game here. Only one more strong hit, and both of these characters will just fall over.
And honestly, like a forward throw for Deathspade might actually end up being exactly what they need right now. If you can lock in on the game and watch with the fair, not yet. Great DI on Deathspade. And Ploopy still has their opportunity to take this one. Trying to bait something out, but Ploopy, nice job just staying calm and composed. And there's a noggin.
Yes, and Ploopy is super happy to break this streak there. Like I said, Deathspade was going on 4 in a row against Ploopy. 3-0 in the first set of finals, and then started the game off on the reset. But now Ploopy has cut that streak, and the ball is in his court here to kind of make something happen.
Yeah. And it's like, again, slowed the game down.
Yes.
Kind of just nickel and dime to Bayonetta, which is weird that you have the nickel and dime Bayonetta, but if it's
what you got to do.
If it's what the job requires, he will provide. Going into this game number 3, and we are not changing the scenery whatsoever, despite how you may feel about it. That is not the stock to say. Actually, I lied. He is a little high for that.
Yeah.
Kind of rang some alarm bells as soon as he got up there.
Yeah, the SDI, not enough to save him. Oh, and yeah, Ploopy was just trying to immediately find the stock off stage there. But yeah, you don't want to rush it and end up losing 2 stocks at the price of 1, you know?
So I kind of said that like Ploopy had to slow the game down in order to get exactly what they wanted. However, there can be some like kind of quick spurts. Like Game & Watch is very good at those.
Yeah, like if you're playing like a bunch of scramble scenarios, there'll just be times where Deathspade, where Ploopy can come out on top. Speaking on top,
yeah,
we're going off the top once again.
And that is 3 stocks to 1. This, if you look at it, sometimes could be even, sometimes could be not. Ploopy has had a run, maybe of a lifetime, this bracket, but the confirmed just being a little too high. Kind of what we were seeing earlier in that loser set.
Man, this is insane. It is looking like Deathspade has gassed out Ploopy. He is just not finding anything here so far.
And it's crazy to think that like just the stamina and the energy to take all the way to grand finals, it could be depleted for either one or both players. But I mean, like at the end of the day, like, you still have a job to do. Can they do it? There's an Ubby out of shield, not ABK. Witch twist. Just didn't punish out of shield. Fair, nearly sharking underneath or on top of that platform.
Yeah, the Nair's just not enough. Honestly, though. Oh, wow.
Wow, he tried to go all the way just to get it. Gets the stock anyway, but it could have been scary to play underneath the stage like that against Bayonetta.
Yeah, I mean, now Ploopy has a harrowing task ahead of him. Not something he's unfamiliar with, but the fair at the top, still not enough.
But that was deceiving. I was convinced that Ploopy was dead in that spot. But the jab
he's dead
is
here.
instead, yes, going to do it. Crowd coming alive for Deathspade for the people who stayed here. 2-1.
This could be the epic conclusion of Cherry Tree here. Deathspade looking to take it all.
And I mean, kind of what I said previously when it comes down to their set count. Like, a lot of the times that Deathspade takes it, it is in heaters kind of like this. A 3-0 kind of said otherwise to that logic.
Oh, yeah.
But it is still proving that Deathspade has what it takes.
Oh, yeah.
But Ploopy is not a slouch himself, themselves.
Could go either way here.
Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, meets in the air. Gets a down tilt confirm. Doesn't get anything. Ooh. Actually gets a frame trap off of that. He's on the other side.
Oh, okay. We ran out of resources, so we couldn't take him off the top. But the witch time really good to just halt that down air shenanigans.
It is a crazy jump scare to kind of see it in that spot. Even if they can't do anything, I still get so surprised every single time.
Yeah.
Okay. Tries to meet the down air.
Okay, dive kick. Wow.
Yeah.
Still chasing him, though. Wow.
Dive kick. Here comes a fair. Just going to go back to center. Yeah, just get out and get away. There's the up air jiggle. Yeah, beats out the up air. Multi-hit makes sense. Yeah, try to read an ABK, but Deathspade smartly going to ledge. This the confirm that they were looking for.
Oh, pops out the top.
Yeah, don't see that too often.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered, though. Ploopy drops the bomb, and you're hanging on a little too long.
And even with that, like, still kind of had it covered with the up smash. Whether or not you jumped, whether or not you took it up, whether or not you rolled, you still had probably not as much breathing room as maybe you would think. But Ploopy looking strong again. Not at a complete deficit just yet. Deathspade still trying to find some way to fight.
Yeah, but that seems to be what was doing them in, is them fighting back. But does find the up tilt at the ledge. That is a big come up for Deathspade. Puts this game in a lot more of an even state.
Ooh, there's a platform tech chase. That is actually pretty cool. This could be a confirm. Okay, yeah, just upbeats out of the way. Yeah, good job on Ploopy. They're kind of recognize that situation.
Okay, but that is a high ABK to get hit by Ploopy. Does upbeat, gets out of danger. Ooh, these are scary scenarios there. Each time Ploopy has been touched this stock, it looks like he could die.
Yeah, kind of just running through the danger zone right now. Deathspade running grab. Backer's gonna barely whiff, but meets through the center of the stage, trying to chase down Ploopy, but instead kind of just like walks into that up smash.
Yeah, did a micro turnaround, probably was looking to try and grab him, but yeah, Ploopy just let it rip.
And he's just taking it all the way through right now. 59, another grab, gonna end up to 82. If you just thought you saw something else, you are not mistaken. It is basically a full stock lead in the matter of moments. Deathspade getting out, but the down tilt not doing it yet. Maybe just a little too stale.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Ploopy slid in a couple times there, and the fair is going to get him witch-timed and killed.
Wow, I'm surprised Deathspade still had time to even get that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, witch time, the deceptive amount of it. But the fair, not yet, no. Deathspade having the great DI.
Okay, dive kicks, and wow, the lasting hit still doesn't KO. This would be emphatic, but no, Ploopy does find the tips of the bacon, which confirms right into that back air.
Pushing Deathspade to their limits. I did say that if we were lucky, we were getting 3 sets, and we were getting a full one of those to end Cherry Tree.
Yeah.
A final treat at that. Because me, our bold friend, once again in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Getting money going to charity. We appreciate all the support.
Yes.
Going into this final game of Cherry Tree 3. Running it back once again, the Bayonetta and the Game & Watch, the green Game & Watch, in fact.
Yep, we've been rocking it for a while.
Ooh, yeah, whiff grab, okay. To start that one off, but drops the combo, doesn't matter.
Does not matter. As long as Game & Watch stays on top of you, instead of a drop combo, it becomes a frame trap.
No, kidding at that. There's an air dodge.
Yeah, that was
kind of the American air dodge if you look at it like that.
Yeah, that was a good pickup from Ploopy, but the advantage state has been ended, but wow, just neutral get up, rips a grab.
Now just 94%. Yeah, up smash makes sense. You're kind of at kill percent right now. If you were Deathspade, trying to find an escape option, but nothing there. Ploopy just going to take the reins back with an uppy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's starting to look like Ploopy has, since he sees the victory at the end of the tunnel, and he is kind of locked in for the beginning of this Game 5.
Yeah, it kind of just shows the energy and kind of what we saw previously when he took that game. And we could be going back up and over to the top.
Jeez.
Could not have called that in the moment just until you saw like the lights go on the pearly gates.
Yep.
Sent straight to heaven.
Another stairway potentially. No, Ploopy pops out the side. Deathspade did not have the time to recognize. Gonna get yoinked, but no KO throws online at this moment.
And you're at 177 if you're Deathspade. I'm kind of curious, even though we haven't seen like too many of the clutch factor play in for Deathspade, like the rage has to play in the factor for combos, but it's not gonna matter anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, down tilt's gonna whiff punish there. Don't really whiff punish Game & Watch too often, but Deathspade going to have to just go into their bag of tricks. Gets the up twist. This could be the stock. No, great DI.
Yep, and just gonna jettison down, but the jump has been called out
time and time again by Deathspade, and that is just another back air to connect Ploopy on his literal tournament stock.
Yeah, kind of the first time we have seen all day looking dominant up until this grand set. Deathspade riding all the momentum they have been preparing for themselves. The fire thought to be gone, looking like it is flaring up and over. Ploopy still has some fighting himself. Getting to see some flagman action.
Oh my goodness, yeah, just literally sending everything and the kitchen sink at Deathspade there, and there goes a connection with the fair. Ploopy is in position to win it all of a sudden.
Final stock for both players. But he meets a Nair, another one, getting a combo, a nice pick-me-up, 46, now 55.
Okay, does make it to a platform. Deathspade has found refuge, but not for long. He just keeps on the pressure.
Yeah, that's within actually gets out. But now you have to find an ABK or just something to get you started. But Ploopy staying calm and controlled, staying a lot more grounded than he had been for the most part of this game.
All right. Oh my goodness.
He up smashed in his face and did not let it rip.
Oh.
But the dive kick, a rare dive kick at that, Deathspade probably didn't want it. But still gets a confirm off of that. Doesn't trap, but Ploopy popping off, finding the up smash, stopping what was the inevitability for Deathspade, but instead Ploopy taking it in a Game 5 heater to win Cherry Tree 3.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, it was one whiff grab that was seen all around the world, and then Ploopy let it rip and takes it all with the up smash. He had been frames away from landing up smashes all set, so